Hi everyone, I'm Zuzka, the craftsy penguin. Long time no see, I know. I've been down a rabbit hole and it had an effect on me, and I'll talk about that by the end of the video, I think, more about that. But for now, I guess you want to see what I've been working on, if I've been working on something, and I've been, at times, not all the time. It seems like I needed a bit of a rest. My brain needed a bit of a rest, a bit of a different setup, and yeah, I was also feeling a bit sad about the fact that I wasn't doing as much stuff, but there is still stuff here on my table that I want you to see. So first I wanted to deal with some smaller things, smaller craftsy stuff that I had commissions for or I needed to finish. I also have some sewing stuff tossed there in the corner. I had some mending to do on the kids' clothes. I'm not going to show you that because that's just, you know, holes on their trousers or anything like that. So the first small-ish thing that I made, and you've already seen that thanks to that beads selection video, are the small ladybird earrings. Wow, it's gonna take a bit to get me back to talking at my usual speed. Sorry, you'll have to deal with that. So here are the earrings, all of the 3 pairs. They're wiggly. So yeah, these are them. The ones with the white bead, the ones with the yellow, and the original. No, the originals were with the white ones. So the black ones also. I still need to make this like gift packaging for that, but I have a plan for that, you know, those small organza packs and some piece of nice colorful paper to back it. So this is almost done. I just need to do the gift wrap thing. Then I did this baby version of a bracelet that I already had in store, and one of my friends wanted a pair basically for her and her daughter, so I did a smaller version of the one that already existed. So these are them. And I have to say, the thing about friendship bracelets, also, if you hear noises apart of the dogs, they are barking at the contractors that are working on our a roof on our addition to our house. So the dogs are angry and the contractors might start, I don't know, punching something or whatever. So, but I hope it's not too distracting. The thing about the friendship bracelets, especially these that have just 10 strings, is that it's done in like 2 hours max or something, with distractions from kiddos, totally 2 hours and plus, but it grows under your hands so quickly, and I reminded myself that I need to return to making at least a few friendship bracelets, and all of those colorful embroidery floss are taunting me from the shelf over there, because, you know, the color combinations. I could just go and make sets of color combinations that are going well together, and oh, I just want to get back to it. I love it. And I still have so much of that. But yeah, this one is also ready to be given to the recipient. And Next thing that also has some color combinations is a secret project for now, but you can see 2 bags that I have ready here with some of the embroidered floss that I have chosen for that. I will show you, it won't take long. In, I don't know, a few weeks I think I will be able to show you this. I have to start on that and, you know, do everything that's connected to it, but I'm really looking forward to this and I think you're gonna like it, but that's a surprise. Then there is this thing that you've already seen if you've stayed for the very end of one of my videos in the past 2 months, 3 months, I don't know, this year. And that's the starting part of this Mega Cat, the tortoise shell Mega Cat for Jot. And this is just the snout part, and I need to check if I have the right color of the big sparkly eyes for the Mega Cat, because I believe it should have the yellow ones. I know I have green ones, but I believe she'll want, I need to check that, but I think she'll want yellow ones or the golden ones. So that's that. On the different side of the spectrum, hook-wise, because the hook size on this is 12mm hook, is this 3mm one, and my travel project with which I have in my backpack when I'm going outside, and I wasn't able to work on it in the past month basically, or even more, so I had just this small start. But yesterday it was already really warm outside. It was close to 20 degrees in the afternoon when I got to the playground with kiddos, so I was able to take this out, and I did basically all of this, all of the rows over there yesterday during this 1 hour stay at the playground. So that's the start of a new mesh bag, and that's the kind of mesh bag that I'm going to have the tutorial for out, I believe, pretty soon. I still need to find the right color to make in the tutorial video, because, you know, my table is blue, it makes for a weird contrast with the yarn, and I want it all to be really visible. I also need to make pictures for the written tutorial for the pattern, and in those pictures I need the stitches to be really well defined and have good contrast to be seen in the pictures, if anyone wants to follow that written pattern on their screen or even print it out. So it's kind of demanding, but I found out again that I really enjoy making this, and even though the stitch looks kind of complicated, it's not. It grows quickly because the rows are long. So I'm really looking forward to making this one. This one is going to be mine, and kiddos are using theirs all the time basically. So I'm really looking forward to finishing this. I'm putting that back into my backpack, working on it outside, on the go, on my journeys somewhere. We'll see. And then the biggest thing, which when I started it, I was like, you know me, I have this thing that, where is it? I've written down all the color combinations in the yarn cake as a separate, you know, not rows, but sections of the thing. And I started checking off the date when I finished that section, and also marking how many rows that section of color created on the thing. So I have this, oh, it's gonna be blown out, right? You might be able to see the sections. Yeah, now it works. And the dates there. And I basically needed this to know how long I'm able to make this. And I was not sure totally not sure at the start if it's gonna be okay. Now it seems it's gonna work out. It's awesome. And also I started it at the very end of February. And then the progress was really slow because one, I fell into that rabbit hole that I'm going to talk about, and I sort of had some low energy days. I even felt my hands not being, able to hold something up and work on it. And I was just a blob sometimes, a potato, not doing anything. But as I said, I apparently needed a pause. So the progress on this was slow, and then it picked up again. So only 2 weeks ago I was looking at it and I was like, it's gonna take forever. And now I'm basically at the half point almost. This is what's remaining of the first yarn cake. It's basically the last color and a half, and the second yarn cake is sitting on my windowsill, of course. Oh, things are collapsing. So the second yarn cake is waiting, and for that I'll take the last color off of it and start with the second one, so that there is, the gradient going all the way to the last color and then back, but not with double of the last color. I don't need a big red stripe in the middle of it, basically. Red is not the most important color for me. So I'll now show you how it looks like. I just need a stitch marker in there, not to unravel the last thing there. So this is how the maxi skirt is looking now. And yeah, it's the wrong side out now. Here we go, right side. It's not even fitting into the frame. Wow. And what's great, actually, I was not sure if the straight upper part was a good choice, but when I tried it yesterday, I found out it's really good. I like it. And then it goes really wide. I can flop it on the floor and it makes a circle. I'll show a picture up here right now. You'll see that it really looks amazing. I know I'm praising my own work and I'm praising someone's yarn cake, which makes it look this great because rainbow, it's always amazing. But it's really, really great. I really like it. The colors are amazing, and even the pattern, I was not sure about some of the parts of the pattern. There are holes that are bigger than I would choose to do normally, but in the end, for now, it looks great. The length now is approximately to my knees, and in the second part, in the second yarn cake, sorry for the noises, I know that the rows are getting longer and longer, so each of the color sections is going to make smaller number of stitches, basically. Now I'm at the point where one color section makes approximately 2.5 rows of the pattern, and I think at the end we are going to get to a point where one color makes just one row of the pattern. We'll see. But whatever it makes, I think it will be quite a long skirt, and I think with the weight of the yarn it's gonna stretch a bit in length, so we'll see how long it's gonna be in the end. I already tried it on with a black petticoat and it was great. So I think it's going to be awesome, also with some leggings under it or Bermuda shorts or something like that. So working on it right now pretty intensely. These past few days I was just working on this all the time, watching videos and when kiddos weren't demanding as much. So this is what I'm working on for now, and I'm really happy that it's growing like this. At the same time, I know there's many projects that I mentioned that I'm going to do, and I fear that I won't get to some of them this year. I know I need to research and buy stuff for the sewing projects, and I can't see myself doing that for now. I need to find out stuff about, the lining fabrics and then the whole construction of it, and I need the knit fabrics for the dress pattern that I showed you at this project's plan video. And yeah, I don't see myself doing that quite soon, but we'll see. We're still only in April, and I know there's as much time as I take doing this, no one's expecting me to do it, no one says I should do it this year or whenever. There is no deadline. I'm okay with that. It's alright. I'll see how the job thing changes stuff, as I said. I don't know. For now, I don't know. But we'll see about that. And also, as I mentioned, there is the finance problem. I don't really have spare cash to throw on my sewing projects. So for now, I'm working with the stuff that I have, with my yarns, and with all of these things that give me joy and that are so enjoyable. Speaking of enjoyable, the rabbit hole thing. I'll try to keep this short because that's something out of this creator space that we are usually talking about. But thanks to the stuff that I follow on YouTube, and it's not just makerspace, creator space, I follow so many topics and so many people and so many channels. And one of my favorite people on YouTube, on the internet, is Tom Scott. And Tom Scott is the guest this season of Jet Lag the Game. Jet Lag the Game is a travel show, basically, which is based on Nebula, and they have their videos on YouTube as well. I watched it on Nebula because I have a lifetime subscription to it, which my dearest gave me as a gift last year or the year before even, and so I used that. But you can watch it on YouTube. It's a travel show. It's basically a trio of guys making games of the kind of hide and seek or capture the flag or a race across USA to claim states, making challenges, and it's really fun. It's great, and it's a bit of an adventure stuff. It's a bit of a travel stuff. It's the creators, the guys that are making this are young boys, basically, for me at least. The oldest one is 9 years younger than me. but they have great dynamics in the group. They're great friends. And I think it got popular also because of that, because of this personal aspect of it. And that's one of the things that I like to follow in the game as well. It's awesome to see the places that they get to. It's awesome to see the challenges and the adventure part of it. Like, rooting for one of them is not really my thing, but seeing how they deal with stuff is interesting for me. And also, during pause. Seeing how they interact with each other, seeing the friendship shining through, and also seeing the way they made the game safe and wholesome, because there was this precursor game, the Zero season, you could say, which I believe might be only on Nebula, not sure. But in that one, they just had this premise of a race in the US, and there were no limits on, resting, when the game starts in the day and when it ends, and that everybody needs to eat, and all of that. So in the next seasons, they developed this thing that they have rest periods, they have safety precautions, basically. They need to eat some real meals and all that stuff. So you can see I had a bit of a cold again, so I might not be able to talk about this in the length that I wanted to, but in the end I started watching from the new season, the one with Tom Scott, and I was looking at these three guys that I haven't ever seen before, because that game got popular but it didn't touch me somehow. So I knew Tom and I didn't know these three, but then I went back to the old seasons and I basically binge watched it all of it once through, and I already found my favorite moments, favorite parts, favorite seasons, because they change the kind of game every time. And then I was like, I really was in that, watching it, and because I wanted to see the stuff, I wasn't really making stuff along with it. And my brain got like consumed with it, and I felt guilty. I didn't feel great about me just sitting and watching something. And I think it's something that was ingrained into me when I was a teenager, that, watching stuff and being engrossed into it is this like bad thing that you shouldn't do. So I was sitting here binge watching that and was feeling like feeling like a potato that doesn't do anything else. So when I finished the first watch through, I was like, okay, I'm finished with it, it's alright. And I spent a few days catching up on my other YouTube videos, it piled up. I still have a queue of over 100 videos that I would like to see. And then I was like, but I want to see some of those favorite moments again and my favorite seasons again. There are two of them that I really, really like. It's I think the hide and seek in Switzerland is possibly the one that I like the most. Anyways, there are also great Easter eggs in the later seasons. Anyways, I went back and binge watched it again, so I now have 2 complete watch throughs of it under my belt. And the second time I also felt better about it. I was also able to do other stuff along with it, and somewhere in between I also found out there are fan fictions about it, but we're not gonna talk about that now. No, most of them are really nice and sort of fluff, so yeah, but there are others as well. Anyways, so that was what I was doing. I had some thoughts on it, more of it, and I could recommend it. I am recommending it if you have the time. If it sounds like something you might enjoy, go watch it. It's fun. Maybe just pick, a season. Not the first one, probably. Not the last one, probably. I don't know. But the last one is fun. The last part of it is coming out this Wednesday on YouTube, and I've already seen it on Nebula. And wow, a plot twist. Many plot twists. Anyways. It's fun. It's fun. When you're relying on public transit and on airplanes, it might sometimes bite you in the backside. Anyways, so that was what I was doing, and I believe my throat is not up to more talking. It seems I need another cup of my tea. And I hope you had great time in between. I hope I'll see you soon again, that I'll make a new video soon. And I'm, planning on the tutorial, and I need to write a script that I'm procrastinating, but I need to write myself at least some bullet points for one other video that I need to get out pretty soon. So I hope I'll be able to do that. I feel like I'm getting more energy now that the weather is getting better. It's gonna get incredibly warm here. They are saying that in like 2 days we're gonna have over 25 degrees, which is crazy, honestly. But I'm happy about, the sunlight and all of that. So bear with me. I'll get into it. I'll again share more of my stuff. Anyways, I hope you're having an amazing time. Actually, have a great time. Enjoy crafting, enjoy creating, and enjoy the colors. Goodbye.